Here are some defending tips that helped improve my defending in FC26. Those annoying cutbacks. This is how I defend cutbacks on FC26. I use double team press a lot, on and off. You have to time it correctly. If you don't, you will be punished. So you have to time it correctly. I tend to do it a lot when my players, most of my defenders, are inside the 18-yard box. Preferably when the players are like near the 6-yard box is perfectly fine. I also use my LM and RM a lot. I bring them manually. I drag them into a defensive position, giving me help from the fullback and help from my wingers to actually defend that cutback. And a lot of time I'm outnumbering my opponents every time they try to go through the wings. So that's one thing that is helping me out a lot. Jockey on center back, the Jockey playstyle is so needed for FC26. The dribbling is so amazing that all your center backs, all your defenders pretty much need Jockey, at least base Jockey. They need it to counter that silky dribbling that's in the game. Every time my opponent tries to take a shot and you're jockeying back and forth, I kind of jockey and sprint together on and off. You kind of have to do that. If you don't, do a step over and quickly get away from you. So you have to jockey and sprint at the same time. It's kind of like anticipating what they're going to do, cat and mouse game, so to speak. When I use jockey and they're about to take a shot, I intercept more passes. I block more shots, even though the AI blocks is turned on in the settings. I've noticed that when you're holding jockey, your player tends to block more shots and they intercept more passes, period. That's what I use. That's what helped me out a lot. When you're selecting a center back, I know VVD is so overpowered and sometimes his pace is really low, but he tends to like be fast, and that's because of the lengthy. But if you add on sprint speed, like high sprint speed, I'm gonna say like 85, maybe up, plus lengthy, bro, you're gonna catch up to anybody that tries to beat you in this game. So try to look for center backs that have that high sprint speed, in my opinion. I think something that's underutilized a lot that I've noticed is slide tackling. If your center backs or fullbacks or even your midfielder, defensive midfielders have slide tackle, or even if they don't have it, use slide tackling. Slide tackling is so good in FC26 and it's bailed me out so many times. You have to time it correctly. You can't just, give it away freely. There's no VAR in this game, so use it at your own risk. But I'm telling you right now, slide tackling is working for me. Above all else, a great defender needs to be able to read the play. You need to be able to read the patterns. So if your opponent is doing something, the same thing over and over, you need to be able to read that pattern. You need to be able to anticipate what they're going to do. Yes, there are times where they do the same thing over and over and then all of a sudden they switch it up on you. You got to be aware of that. If you're not locked in this game, you're not going to be great at defending, period. You cannot have thoughts going through your mind while you're defending in this game. You cannot get on this game and expect to have a joyful experience. Okay, this is a war zone. If you want to play that casual vibe, go to Rush. Well, even Rush is not that casual because I get stressed out on Rush. Go play squad battles. Go play kickoff. Go play clubs with your mates, with your friends. Don't get on rivals. Don't get on foot champs. Don't get into cup modes. Bro, you got to be locked in 24/7. If you're not locked in this game, you are not going to be good at defending, period. You're going to have a billion thoughts going through your mind. And the only thoughts you need to be focusing on is defending your opponent. Nothing else. Can't look at your phone. Can't look away from the screen. Defending, period. That's it. That's what's going to make you a great defender in this game. The moment you switch off, you are cooked. Okay? Next thing is, when you win the ball, what do you do when you win the ball? Do you just bomb forward? When you win the ball, while you're defending, you got to be already planning what's going to happen when you win the ball. Because if you win the ball and now you're thinking about what you're going to do, it's going to make you, one thing, very predictable, stagnant. You're not going to be able to surprise your opponent. So while you're defending, you also got to be thinking, once I win the ball, what is my best option? Where's my best pass? This way you can counter your opponent without second guessing yourself. When you win the ball, try to play the ball out wide. Try to run out wide, sprint out wide. That is going to generate more space. It's going to give you more time on the ball. Don't lose the ball right away. Okay, you just spent all this time perfecting your defending, winning the ball back to just give it away. It makes no sense. Lastly, aggressive defending, bros, leave that to the pros. Okay, leave that to the people that are playing with the servers right next to them. Okay, you cannot aggressively defend in this game with how smooth and responsive the dribbling is. If you're going to aggressively defend, you need to be able to read the play. You need to have more men behind the ball. You can't just aggressively defend and be that last man of defense. So keep that in mind when you're aggressively defending. Also, in lag and delay, inconsistent gameplay, you cannot aggressively defend. What I've noticed a lot is that your opponents are trying to bait you the entire time. They're just moving, wiggling like they're freaking on steroids or something, trying to get you to take the bait so that they could easily make that pass in and go through on goal, and it's easy for them. Don't give them that opportunity. Okay, let them dance in front of you, let them shake and bake, whatever they want to do, and they just steal the ball and boom, you're on a counter. If you found this helpful in any way, please drop a like, subscribe, and thank you for watching.